Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast. I'm your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Faymonville Approach. In the west it is Vasa 1719, fighting for the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin. And the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps in the south it is Aimstrong, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Rolling out here with the Groß Deutschland Panzergrenadier using strategic reserves doctrine with infantry double Panzergrenadiers versus Vasa with advanced warfare. Well, hello there, Strelok. We haven't seen that one in quite some time. With infantry and a tank and anti-tank mine there, or mining general there for Vasa. Double contact start there. Aimstrong into grenadiers, well, assault grenadiers, MD42 with an infantry company up there, probably in case his opponent goes for scout cars, in which case he does want some grenadiers with Panzerfaust, I imagine. Pioneers here going for the fuel point in the north, but also pushing towards the west here. You need to sneak about, we got contemplating this. Vasa is pushing hard for the northern fuel point, as Aimstrong is sort of going for it, but he's also, I think, setting for his sights on the southern one. So, in fact, this northern one move might, in fact, be a distraction to keep Vasa's eye on the north, which then pushes westwards, making you think, at any time more German troops could be trying to kick in the door here and give Vasa a further headache. But again, the main push is actually towards the southwest or west there. So, possibly a slow maneuver there by Aimstrong. We'll of course have to see if it actually is or what it is actually. Since obviously we can't read Aimstrong's mind. He wears a tinfoil hat, so I've tried. Anyway, 74-2 moving up there. Comes for setting up here. I've told him not to wear a tinfoil hat, but he's on to me, the bastard. Assault guns there, quickly moving in there. Going for a quick sprint here against the conscripts. And as with this, of course, now Vasa knows that Aimstrong's plan here is in the south of his main push there. Conscripts halted here with MD42 as Aimstrong, with cat-like reflexes, shifts the machine gun there towards the north, probably anticipating, if you've seen it aim in that direction, you might hit it from the north. Plus, that's the exact direction where the base is in. So, nice hanging there by Aimstrong. Can seize the southern fuel point. He actually managed to grab it here. And again, Vasa never committed heavily because he's worried there might be something else there. Aimstrong now going for some grenadiers as well. Some good German infantry without assault or submachine guns. Grenadiers moving up here. Comes to there. Oh, might not be aware of it. So, he might not be able to react in time. And Aimstrong could occupy the house here, turning things into a bit of a mess here for Vasa. Sneak maneuver there by Aimstrong. And ending up behind the comes. There we go. Opening up here from inside the house. We got no models. We'll see for Vasa. So, he can't easily flush out the grenadiers. So this could slightly work out there for Aimstrong as well here, and the Groß Deutschland Panzergrenadier MD42 moving eastwards, southern fuel secured here by the assault grenadiers, the MP40s or MP38s, as apparently they were also very similar. I think the only difference was basically the MP38 had a wood stock and the MP40 had a metal stock. I think there might also have been some other minor details, I think, but those are sort of the primary versions. Grenadiers saying northwards there. It might actually involve Bakelite, which is actually also used a lot. And for those who don't know what Bakelite is, it was sort of predecessor to plastic. Assault against the conscript. There's 2 squads up close to the assault gunners. I think are going to call it full shot. I mean, versus 1 squad against, cross negative cover. It probably could have worked out with 2 conscripts. There's been too much firepower for the assault gunners to sort of, really just neutralise the conscripts swiftly enough. Of course, this means the south is open there. Nope, by the way, this sort of path here that Vasa took, very nice deep flank there. Thumbs up there to Vasa. In fact, 2 thumbs up. Very solid infantry play there. Good use of manoeuvre versus Aimstrong. Up north here, though, we got fighting for the fuel point there. So versus 2 other conscripts they're pushing in there. We got a field infirmary ready to provide free first aid there to Vasa's infantry. More grenadiers holding up the conscripts. Got a bit difficult. We've got the flamethrowers to assist Vasa in flashing out the fascists. In the south conscript, they've got pioneers. We're in MD42 nearby as well, covering the southern fuel. Back here, take over there for Aimstrong. And grenadiers in a lot of trouble. There's a conscript moving ahead here. And there we go, merging the conscripts with engineers to keep them full strength, since they're probably one of those better tools here versus the German infantry early on. Nice play there by Vasa. Might have to merge again. No, ends up retreating. He does not merge with it this time around. Still, I like the use of merge. There's an overlooked ability, I think, by a lot of players who use conscripts there. So, thumbs up to Vasa there. In fact, making use of the ability. It's a close one here, though, thanks to a good rifle there for Aimstrong. But in the end, Vasa, through sheer numbers, wins. In the south here, trying to maneuver about MD4 to the point be a problem, but at the same time, Aimstrong here a bit lax with it, not quite moving fast enough to help deal with it. Perhaps he's figured, things would peter out to something else, but either way, that did not quite pan out for him, and he's going to have to retreat that MD42, I think, soon enough. Goes to the lone health, ends up retreating MD42 there, though, all slowly bleeding out, but now he might have things turn him again, as there goes, soldiers moving in. Now it's Vasa's time to run as well here, because otherwise, you risk getting hosed down with the assault gunners and then retreats too late. So home company up there for Vasa. He's still one command point away from being able to equip the submachine guns on his conscripts, the PPSH-41. Supporting company up there from Vasa. Seizing the southern points here. Assault was moving ahead. Machine gun, of course, being used to seize munitions as well. Back here, we do have the tech up, nothing further. He could go for Panzer Grenadiers. He might just try and skip tier 2 and go straight for tier 3. In which case, he could try and push out a faster Panzer IV Model J. Maximum on the way there for Vasa. Concentrating in the centre, we got this Grenadiers moving up. Light machine on the way there for Aimstrong and the German army. Constantly routed by the Grenadiers with the LMG-42. Engineers constantly in here attacking the Grenadiers here. Sizable assault force here from Vasa. One Grenadier squad is definitely not going to be able to hold that back. Victory points wise, Vasa access the lead here with Aimstrong. Play there. Maximum almost done there for Vasa and the 3rd Guards Mechanized Corps. And there we go. Nothing further here for Aimstrong space as yet. Again, he might plan some Panther Grenadiers to back himself up with some assault rifles or Sturmgewehrs. Or MP-44 if you prefer that, since that was the previous name before it became the Sturmgewehr. Though there was no difference between the name between those two versions, like they were exactly the same weapon. Maximum up here, Pioneers being pushed back there by though. Assault is moving forward there for Aimstrong. Back here, nothing further going on. We got medic bunkers on the way there for Aimstrong, that's good for him. Finding our own descent here, maxing that push back. They're supporting a bad spot here, but they're going to use the light machine covering the road area here. Very good. But again, as you might notice, Vasa's not just, bashing his head into his walls. He's obviously looking to sort of scout it out to see if Aimstrong's been to move forwards away from the centre. But as you might notice, he's sort of hitting the sides there. He's looking to sort of try and constantly outmaneuver Aimstrong, and Aimstrong's trying to catch on with this. So you might notice the machine here's on the far flank. It's a bit risky since if Aimstrong goes from Vasa goes from the deal flank, he can end up in trouble here. But at the same time, it does sort of to an extent, sort of helps him sort of catch on to Vasa's tactics. Though apparently he's also now realising if most of the force are here, then the centre is weaker. Though in this case, Vasa does have forces around it. Mortar being brought up, very good addition here to sort of help try and fight against Aimstrong's tactics. Panther Grenadier squad almost done there for Aimstrong. Might further heighten the chances of a tier 3 rush, since Panther Grenadiers, of course, good infantry, and in a pinch can they turn into tank infantry in case Vasa hits him hard. That way he can still use more resources for a faster support corps, while at the same time not leaving himself, say, horribly vulnerable to a T-70 light tank. And these are his conscripts here, very close to the submachine guns, but he's not quite there yet. Obviously, he wants it as soon as possible, since conscripts with submachine guns are really good up close. And there you go, he can begin upgrading his conscripts with the PPSH-41. In this case, the version with the drum magazine, though they did discontinue that one for a variety of reasons, including the fact that the submachine, the magazine itself was a bit faulty due to the spring not being able to handle the full load of ammunition, though. Another one was it was heavy, and apparently there were also just some flaws in the design of the magazines of other kinds as well. Apparently, including it took more to make the magazine than the submachine gun itself. I'm not entirely sure about that one. But more Panzers here for Aimstrong, and that's definitely a heavy commitment of infantry. There's going to be 5 squads, whereas 2 of them is going to be assault rifle equipped, 1 submachine gun equipped, and then sort of 2 more rifle light machine gun equipment. And it could certainly further strengthen the idea here with tier 3 Russians, again, at least with 2 Panzer Grenadier squads, he needs to afford to equip 1 with submachine guns. And it depends, again, if things go really sour, you can equip both with Panzer effects, though personally I feel that's a bit of a shame. Nice push against the Max though by Aimstrong. In the centre, we've got a push here by Vasa. He is not quite getting his submachine guns out yet, which, oh, there we go, got 1 squad at least upgrading with it, but surprised it's only 1 so far. Normally, I think in most cases, I would say the average Serb player would go for a lot of submachines right away if they're going for this doctrine, but even then, most Serb players don't go for this doctrine, so again, it's a bit hard to say average. Guns going straight for the Pioneers, so hosing them down there with the PPSH-41, closing in there on Betchy 2 steadily. Might have a chance of getting a wipe there, but probably not, unless he gets really lucky. Close to getting the Pioneers wiped, but in the end, not quite enough. Gonna do some quickly getting host down though. Right, there you go, Gunny's popping into the house nearby. He's gonna have to retreat those conscripts soon. Choosing up for the centre. No more submachine guns to Vasa still. Panzer was there routed, took some damage together. Of course, the 2nd Panzer Grenadier squad nearby. Vasa, those also taking out. They got the tank command up and go for T-70 here versus Aimstrong. Of course, will then have to go. Oh, he just popped a bundle grenade. Oh no. Unless you're Vasa, in which case you go yes, because you probably then have a good inkling then if his opponent is trying to rush out tier 3 and he just spend a lot of munitions in a bundle grenade, and he's also been upgrading a lot of other stuff, he may not have the munitions for a Panzerschreck, so a T-70 for example is going to be absolutely delightful at the moment. Of course, let's see if he makes that deduction. Of course, he just goes for the T-70, but either way though, Aimstrong may in fact have made a bit of a blunder here. Tactically, again, he probably should have read the situation that, again, he's very likely to get hit with light tanks and just spending all his munitions and everything else with having no resources left over for Panzerschrecks while he's rushing for Tier 3 could be considered a bit of a bad idea, at least highly risky idea that could bite him very hard in his posterior. Let's also try and get close to the conscript. Submachine gun versus submachine gun. Of course, this organisms have more, but the conscripts have more veterans in more numbers. And of course, there's a mortar bang things up further. Soldiers will gain eventually too, but still a bit of a harsh loss there for Aimstrong. In fact, could see a full wipe here. That's going to cost him his only assault grenadier squad. Unless he gets lucky. Oh, no. Never mind. It's a bit of a blow there to Aimstrong. That mortar hit there definitely had a large part of the thing in taking out this assault grenadier. Seemed to have gotten like one kill. It took out so much health of the remainder squad there. It became easily just mopped up by the where else Vasa had nearby. But there you go, so Paul McCart there for Aimstrong. He's pushing very hard. I'm surprised Vasa is not going for him from the tank in command. It might be that Vasa himself wants to rush ahead for a T-45, which isn't a bad choice either, since T-45s tend to do quite well versus Panzer force. Oh no, he lost a Panzer Grenadier squad as well. Aimstrong is in deep Scheiße. I mean, this is a pretty bad situation to be for Aimstrong. He's just lost 2 infantry squads, and one was more mobile assault squad. Oh, snot baskets. But no, then there's another Panzer Grenadier squad. Otherwise, Aimstrong would be a very rough ride. But no, still he's in a pretty tough spot. But again, the fact that Vasa's not pushing out the T-70 I think is probably the biggest win right now for Aimstrong, because the T-70 get fast out right now would probably just kill Aimstrong, since again he'd be very, very defenseless against him. Like, gets out of Panzer IV, then he'd have been a very high chance of just losing most of his stuff. So I mean, he's playing a high risk game, but in this case so he's being rewarded for it. And of course that sometimes sort of comes down to just playing to your risks, looking at a situation like, can I get away with this? In this case, Aimstrong got a yes from some higher power, I guess. So there you go, Panzer IV Model J there. Armoured skirts there, of course, on it. I mean, overall, the difference between the Panzer IV Model J and the Wehrmacht Panzer IV, the standard Wehrmacht Panzer IV, is the Panzer IV Model J has more accuracy. Starts out with the armor as well. It might be a bit slower, I think, but all just more accuracy plus better armor means that all there has several advantages, but also the fact that it starts with the armor means, of course, it has other bonuses of veteran 2, and that's more accuracy, meaning a veteran 2 Panzer IV Model J is just so much better than the standard Wehrmacht Panzer IV. So, I mean, in many regards, the Panzer IV Model J is a really strong choice to rush out if you can get away with it, because it's going to help you versus most medium armor, unless, of course, it's T-35s, which it's going to have a hard time with. But again, it's going to give infantry a really bad time, because it's going to be really good at just hurting them. Of course, against the T-35s, Aimstrong may have to go for Panzerschreck, but again, he's constantly starving himself for munitions, so that's going to probably be a bit off on the horizon. Either way, though, he was able to get out Panzer IV Model J pretty fast. I mean, 13 minutes is pretty good, I think. It's a good play there by Aimstrong. Again, slightly missed opportunity with Vasa, but again, he's clearly planning T-35s. Who knows, he probably figured that Aimstrong might be playing for that, so again, he could go on for the T-70, and he probably figured, in this case, he's not going to be able to get enough leverage out of the T-70 for the Panzer IV hits, or whatever, otherwise Aimstrong could rush out and counter to it. Like I say, he could just hit out a Fauststück on Ostwind instead, which could be an idea. Either way, though, he figured just going for the T-35 here is the better idea, I imagine, or he just really wants the T-35, which, I mean, again, is not necessarily a wrong idea, because the T-35 is really good. But there you go, Maximum Defiance out of the house, Panzer IV moving forward, Pinball machine on the way there for the Panzerkampfwagen 4, Ausführung Jod. Shot fired, Maximum taking a minor loss. Shot fired, missed the field gun there, still could end up poorly there for Vasa if it lands a good hit on the field gun crew as they retreat. Missed again now. Of course, keep in mind, most tanks, except I think for the American tanks, tend to take a 50% hit on accuracy while moving, so as a rule of thumb, don't move about too fast or move about too much if you want them to actually hit stuff most of the time. Bit of a fun note there, but there you go. Thanks to the Panzer IV Model J, Aimstrong is able to come back from some of those harsher losses suffered, going for Panzer Grenades as well, very good. Vasa, though, is not far off from the T-35. He has a field gun, he's got the mortars as well to stall up, and of course might be a reason he felt like he'd go for the T-35, since again the field gun is going to keep him at least somewhat safe from the Panzer IV. In theory, but there you go, second Panzer Grenadier squad out there for Vasa. Panzer IV, they're going for the conscripts, causing huge casualties amongst them. 5 kills from that Panzer IV so far. And these versus the advancing conscripts. And there you go, huge hit there. Conscript squad almost being wiped out here, in fact. That's going to be pretty harsh here for Vasa. And there you go. Fieldman to the rescue, direct hit on the Panzer IV. Conscript there managed to get away there, unlike the assault grenadiers when in a similar situation. Panzer IV just, he's going to have to push for a grenadier, I think, to have any chance to stop him. That is going to have to retreat. And of course, it might be that Aimstrong's starting to figure he has to save up for Panzerschrecks by now. I mean, he's seen no T-70s or assault guns, so he's probably starting to figure, hang on, my opponent's probably going to go for something nasty to me. And of course, in that regard, the T-35 is certainly something you want to be prepared for. So again, there's a possibility he's setting up for Panzerschrecks just to have a better chance versus the T-35, since Panzer IV, even the Model J versus the T-35, tends to be favoured towards the T-35 due to its high health, decent penetration, good rate of fire. So that's something there. But there you go. Double Panzers are backed up, but the Panzer IV going here for the centre. Contra taking heavy fire here as Aimstrong leads a nice little assault force there. Backed up with Pioneers as well. T-35, they're almost done for Vasa. Also got a bit of air support, and there you go. Direct hit here from the SIS-3 on the Panzer IV. We got 305 for 444. Nice smoke grenade there. Part of the doctrine as well. They get access to smoke grenades. I need to be a bit more flexible and to quickly advance as well by neutralizing threats like the Maximus. They allow you to have cover a tank retreat, or who knows what else you need to do with smoke. North gun is about to get penned in by the submachine gun building conscripts. Tiny chance of wipe if he's not careful. T-45 moving ahead, Panzer moving in there. Good hit on the Panzer Grenadiers there, and no munitions for that Panzerschreck. Yeah, probably in part due to that smoke grenade and the machine gun. Of course, he could just go for Stugs instead. I mean, Stugs are going to work out nicely in supporting armor versus the T-35s. I mean, that could be an excellent addition there for Aimstrong. Of course, he might also just try to go for a lot of Panzer IV model gauge and just try and just hit Vasa with larger numbers. So again, that's going to be a bit risky. In part because the T-35 is also just a slight bit cheaper than the Panzer IV model J. 10 fuels to be specific. Not a huge deal, but you know, could theoretically have a effect depending on how well Vasa can control the fuel against Aimstrong. Good hit on the MG-42, almost wiping out the entire crew, but 2 men do escape and do make a run for it. Run, Helmut! We'll never see Faserland. I'll never see Faserland again. You never actually will, because you're dead. That is in north, scram the northern victory point over the conscripts. We got 305 versus 425. Vasa is still excellent indeed here versus Aimstrong. And we finally get some Panzerschrecks there for Aimstrong. The Raketen Panzerbuchse. Got this thing routed by the T-45. Shot fire, missed. Panzer IV moving in. And of course the Panzerjägers backing it up. Maxim opening up. Another Panzer IV Model J on the way for Aimstrong. He is a true believer now, it seems, in the Panzer IV Model J. Panzer the flanking, getting behind the Maxim. Good play there. In the south, though, Vasa is quickly advancing. In the north, his advance is halted by a few of Aimstrong's plucky grenadiers. Carefully with the Panzer IV, that could get hit by an anti-tank grenade. At which point he's going to be easy target for the T-45 and the field gun. And there you go, Panzerjägers moving in with the Raketen Panzerbuchse, landing so hits on the T-45, pushing it down to half health. Good work there. Good work. Another Panzer IV there, almost done. Almost getting wiped in the conscript, got 13 kills. But straight to the field gun and the T-45, takes direct hit, even if it gets the wipe. Vasa, of course, rapidly replacing it, calling in air support as well. Could see the Panzer IV go down, and there we go. Panzer IV down. That was definitely not a good trait there of Aimstrong. I mean, no matter how we look at that one, a Panzer IV is not worth a conscript squad. I mean, he has another Panzer IV Model G out, but this definitely gives Vasa a much bigger chance of not catching up in terms of armor. So that really puts a dent in Aimstrong's strategy, at least for now. All mines going off there. Second Panzer IV Model J moving ahead here. Pin up machine gun halfway done, Max in there in the open versus the Panzer IV. mortar fire raining down. Of course, noting Aimstrong has no mortar fire himself. He could benefit from it, though. More Panzer Grenadiers here for Aimstrong. So he's going to stick at 5 infantry, which is definitely the maximum sort of maneuverable infantry for most players. 5. So he's definitely committing heavily to infantry, and 3 Panzer Grenadiers going to be a lot of higher power. Plus, I mean, it does give more room for Panzer Six as well if it comes down to it. But at the same time, allowing to keep the more veteran ones sort of free without Panzer Six, to just keep murdering the infantry. Damage into the Panzer IV, that's pretty bad there, since the T-45 could try and go for it, though. The Panzerjägers arriving on scene there is going to be very helpful in ensuring it doesn't necessarily get wiped out there. Need to get the MD-40 out. The Panzer IV shoots. Need to be careful here, though. Field gun got cleared out. That's actually very nice there for Aimstrong, though a bit unfortunate for Vasa. Trying to take it out with the Panzer X, but the rockets absolutely missed the mark. T-45 moving in. Panzer IV wreck kit shattered. Oh yeah, those Panzer Grenadiers need to retreat. That was not a good push there. It took heavy damage from, I think, the crash or the whole machine gun there, and plus all the submachine gun wielding conscripts. Fresh Panzer Grenadiers arriving. Panzer IV pulling back. Grenadiers winging as well. Their Panzer moving against the with the T-45 here. Big push by Vasa to try and finish off Aimstrong here, but the conscripts are exposing themselves in the process. We could see a wipe here. In fact, that's exactly what's seen there. Not a good move there. Vasa should have retreated right away. He should have had a good idea that that's going to end up poorly versus veteran Panzer Grenadiers, a Panzer IV Model 8 plus Grenadiers with a light machine gun. I mean, that was very much a suicide mission. As the Germans would have called it, a Himmelfahrtskommando. Which pretty much is the roughly translates to heaven-bound mission. Need to fix up the Panzer IV. Panzer with the flanking up, trying to go for that Maxim. Risky. Since again, there's the T-45, and of course there's a lot of angry Soviets with a lot of submachine guns. Fixing up the Panzer IV. And it is being routed here by a lot of angry Soviets. Back in Vasa's base, he's closing in another T-45, but in that regard, both players have been able, I think, to keep sort of fuel out of the other one's hands reasonably well. The Vasa, of course, could consider fuel cache here. And of course, so could Aimstrong, but Vasa right now I feel like has more manpower sort of in a more fluid state, so he can easily afford to invest into fuel caches compared to Aimstrong. There we go, second Panzer Shrek up. So that's 4 Panzer Shreks to back up this Panzer IV and probably plural Panzer IV versus Vasa's armor. We'll have to see how Vasa responds to all those Panzerjägers. Will he go for more Maxims? Will he go for anti-aircraft half-tracks? Or will there be some other countermeasure to deal with all of those German tank hunters? Anti-tank grenade they went off, but it did cost the poor sod his life, and there go more conscripts dying in the face of the Panzer IV. T-45 moving in there. No, he's going for a deeper flank here. Pro try and get behind it, but in this case they encounters the Panzerjägers, who immediately greet the T-45 there with a storm of rockets. Pretty much telling Vasa's tank it needs to go elsewhere. Quick airstrike here. Oh, he's going to try and take out the Pioneers. Aimstrong is quickly out of there, though. He probably should have called in from the north. I mean, pretty much just called in from the angle where it's going to take the longest to get there, giving Aimstrong the most time to react. If he could have called in from here, could have called in with that direction here. I mean, remember the sort of angling you have, it can sort of determine how quickly the aircraft reacts as well. There goes second T-45 on the way up, and Aimstrong is going for another Panzer IV Model J. So that certainly, I think, highlights just the effectiveness of Aimstrong's strategy in terms at least of sort of curtailing at Vasa's fuel. Because, I mean, he's had 3 Panzer IVs out, and Vasa's only managed 2 T-45s in the same time, so well played there by Aimstrong. Maxim not to get wiped out, T-45 moving in, field going to bring up as well, that Panzer IV down to half health, need to be careful not to lose another Panzer IV rapidly in the same area. T-45 though, straight into the Panzerjägers. Panzer IV bounces shot there from the T-45, that's pretty lucky there for Aimstrong. And T-45 escaped, close to Veteran 2. Things are certainly heating up slowly. We've got the T-45 going for perhaps a very deep flank here again. I like how Vasa sort of considers flanks a lot more than most players. Instead of just, trying to bash his head through a wall, he's actively looking for the weaker spots to sort of like, jam his foot through and, kick some people in the more vulnerable spot. In this case, going straight here for the base of Aimstrong could cause some grief there. Then again, has to quickly fall back there due to encountering a lot of Panzer Shreks, but even they managed a few kills. And flanks then forward here by the center. Good. We got 200 versus 415. More contra there for Vasa. No fuel caches, which again could be a good idea. Panzerforce being fixed off. Halfway to Veteran 2. Second Panzerforce setting out there for Aimstrong. And the Großdeutschland Panzergrenadier is shown. So many Panzergrenadiers. T-45 on the way there for Vasa. Panzerforce pursuing the conscripts with some heavy fire. Pinlock machine there being added. Almost done, in fact. In the south, Aimstrong's realizing he can actually do some more damage. There's just sneaking some troops to sort of harass there. Very good. Need to be careful not to get over-focused on just one part of the map here. Punch 6 wings back up the Panzer IV, and of course with the combined arms ability, they can more easily keep pace with the tank, which is always good. More Panzer IVs moving in there. Looks like we're going to see a larger battle here between Vasa and Aimstrong as the tanks fight it out there. Punch 6 now moving in as the T-45 has been drawn in. Good play there by Aimstrong, a good decision. Rather than just chatting and giving Vasa a better time to get out, he uses one Panzer IV's bait, sort of reaching it safely, and then he charges in with the T-45 in the second Panzer IV, taking out a T-45 there. Nice play there by Aimstrong. Caught Vasa there in a pretty big pickle. He might still be able to finish from one of the Panzer IVs after he caught one of them, but even then it's a pretty advantageous situation Aimstrong is, and again he just took out a T-45 with negligible casualties so far at least. Though of course that can quickly change, and looks like the Panzer IV here, his more veteran one in fact, is in a hard spot there after taking a engine hit. Their troops are being moved in to try and finish it off, but the veteran 2 T-45 that could be a problem. Other Panzer IV trying to cover up and support as well. Push for the centre here. Field gun not moving to support. We got bomb grenades in the conscripts, and we see in fact that Vasa ends up disengaging. He could of course try to push in to finish it off here, but he'd risk losing his T-45, which would be pretty bad since he can't afford more losses. In the south point they're being seized. Continuing to deal with the Grenadiers. Got more pioneers on the way there for Aimstrong to help repair his armour. Very good idea there. James' both of his tanks now in a pretty tough spot. Quickly fixing up the T-45 using constant engineers to speed up the repairs. Good work. Getting it all good to go. Pietro, what is the secret behind your excellent tank repairs? Borscht, comrade Yuri. Borscht. What? Don't ask questions. Another T-45 over there for Vasa. Troops standing ready. T-35 finally getting the Grenadiers. T-35 almost done. Holy smokes, that was a great hit. They're almost taking out the entire Grenadiers. Caught with a single shot. Bit painful there for Aimstrong, though at least not as painful as just taking out the entire unit. Punch is moving ahead, mine going off somewhere. Not sure where though. Going ahead here, but straight into the field guns, a bit more risky there for Aimstrong. Both shots bounce off the Panzer IV's frontal armor. That's pretty lucky for Aimstrong. Pretty lucky. Panzer IV's double conscripts. I don't think to be able to finish it off, but at least can sort of force it to disengage due to damaged engine. Quick hit there, need to get the field gun further up. I'm surprised Vasa is using his field gun so passively, to be honest. But there you go, Panzer down to half health. Troops that are being pushed back by the T-35s. As they arrive, of course, still got the mortar here firing in. One kill though so far, that's a bit impressive. Seizing the northern munitions. And impressive in the manner, that wow, it really hasn't done much more than that. That might have something to do with how Aimstrong is playing, which makes it harder for them mortars to get an easy target. I mean, more Panzer Grenadiers also means more movement, more mobile tactics, so it's harder for the mortar to just get an easy hit. Plus, it doesn't actually have a lot of support weapons either, so in this regard, the mortar does in that regard have a bit of a harder time gaining any serious traction. Second field going away there for Vasa, very good. It's down to wonder which when that was having that on Issue 6 or Issue 5 to just provide some more direct firepower versus the Panzer IVs. Let's see if Aimstrong's going to try and go for more Panzer IV model Jays. He's going to go for Stugs. Osman, he might even try and take up for a Tiger Ace here versus Vasa. And well, That answers that question. Another mine goes off. They're killing a few grenadiers. T-45 heading southwards. They're halfway to Veteran 3. Machine gun there. Oh, getting absolutely bombarded and gets wiped out. Better blow the Aimstrong. Other gun is coming close to the T-45. Shot misses. Panzer 6 moving in. Hit constantly in. Field gun nearby as well, I suppose. Oh, Panzer 4 dodges it. And he's riding the T-45 there with a bit of more damage and more harm. Panzer is trying forward to the charge into the conscript line of flame with a bonus that they're going to be a bit vulnerable. Hits all the Panzers. There you go. Panzer 4 taking a lot of damage. Engine is well being damaged. Third Panzer 4 still some time away there. Other T-45 being pushed back with heavy damage. Brutal stuff there, and we can see that Aimstrong is more or less in full retreat. Got Pioneers trying to launch a counterattack with the Panzer Grenadiers, but it's not working out. That Vasa is furiously hammering away at Aimstrong. Field gun moving out there. Aimstrong is trying to get his tanks out of it, but it looks like he might lose at least one of the Panzer Force, even as the third one arrives. Shot bounce, so that's pretty lucky. Guard point, troops are hitting the fuel points, trying to maybe act as a distraction. Constantly charging at the Panzer 4 with a flurry of anti-tank grenades, and he doesn't have enough munitions to finish off there. It gains Veteran 3, 8th level Panzer 4 Model J. 32 kills, and it survives. Wow. That was absolutely close there for Aimstrong. If he'd had enough munition for just one more anti-tank grenade, that Panzer 4 would have gone down, but instead it managed to pull out safely. Whew. On the other hand, Vasa still got all of his tanks as well there intact, so who knows where this can go. No, he's pulling it very far back to ensure he doesn't just going to get easily raided, I think, and just lose it to that. In this case, hiding it all the way down here, it's also a bit hard just to spot, I think, due to the terrain a bit, so thumbs up there to Aimstrong. Constance, though, quickly dispatched with all haste. Machine gun is still standing unnabbed, and I think it'd be a good idea for Vasa to seize that and turn against Aimstrong. Panzerjägers ceasing forts there. Are they going to make a run for the machine gun? Oh no, he accidentally used it there. He just lost one right before they grabbed the machine gun, and then they lost it. Oh, that's nasty there for Aimstrong. Veteran 2 Panzer Grenadiers gone. Oh, that's rough. Great though for Vasa, since that's obviously one less threat to his infantry in one way. Still, he does have triple Panzer Force, including an ace Panzer 4 Model J, so it's not like Aimstrong is completely fucked versus the infantry, but losing a good Panzer Grenade squad to back up the tanks, I feel like it's going to hurt a bit. So there you go, ace Panzer 4 good to go. T-45 moving ahead here. Panzer is charging forward into the T-45, they're getting hosted machine gun fire, of course main gun fire. Panzer 4 support shot bounces. Panzerjägers almost brought on those. This is ace Panzerjägers of that too. Can they get away? Oh, looks like they do get away. Close one there though for Aimstrong. Close one. Grenadiers there. The swarm of constant in there could finish them off. T-45 that might try and raid the base, I guess. Here the Aimstrong, that we need to be careful. And then got ace level T-45 there. Good ring of fire now and speed and all that. Close to losing it. He does get the ace Panzer 4. Oh no. Oh yes, if you're the Soviets. And that's a pretty big one there for Vasa. I mean, he just took out an ace Panzer 4 while he retains his ace T-45 there. His hero of the Soviet Union. Field guns are being swarmed, they're actually exposed there. Push them too out and attempt to take out the tanks and could actually end up losing the field guns to Aimstrong. That's going to be quite costly then. That's going to be quite costly. Looks like he might be able to at least keep one of them out of Aimstrong. There go another Panzer 4 down though. How quickly the tides turn, eh? MG42, Max and they're being swarmed. And there go one field gun down the hands of Aimstrong and the Großdeutschland Panzer Grenadier Division. 178 versus 351. Another T-45 on the way there for Vasa. And the third Guards Mechanized Corps. Mortonese go with 4 kills now. Ace level. Troops reinforcing healing. Another T-45 on the way for Vasa. Field gun cleared out. Could get destroyed. Likely will. T-45 shoots. Oh! Shoots that one. He might actually be able to grab with the constant turn against Aimstrong's remaining Panzer. If he loses that, that would be... Oh! He destroys the field gun right before he can grab it. .30 kills, almost got another ace Panzer 4 Model J, but in the meanwhile, will he try and tee up? Nope. Looks like it's going to be more Panzer 4 Model J's here for Aimstrong. Who knows, he might even have a little poster up on his wall. T-45 there. in a very bad state because all the infantry are by, and the engineers should be able to fix it up swiftly, and even then he's got 2 other tanks to carry the weight meanwhile. This has only been a intense series of battles here so far. Fixing up that T-45. Ace. The Order of Lenin and everything. Max and they are getting flanked by the double Panzerjägers. Need to retreat because while they do lack some assault officers that have bound grenades, and still, you know, 2 Panzerjäger squads do make out 1 Panzer grenade squad in terms of full assault power. Holding the south here, I mean, Aimstrong's down control most of the map. He's actually now bleeding out Vasa pretty quickly victory points. And there you go, another Panzer IV Model J out. Also worth noting that Vasa's actually gone full doctrinal bingo. I mean, he's used the T-55s, obviously, radio intercept, submachine guns, counter repair kits, and the Armoured Clashes run. Oh, it's actually been misnamed Rocket Run. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Aimstrong shoots assault grenades. The Panzer IV Model J will technically use smoke grenades. The only thing he has to use is the mobile observation post and the Tiger Ace. Good hit here from the field gun on the T-45 there. Pull back for repairs already, it seems. 175 is to 295. Infantry charging at the Panzer force there, and they are taking a punishing beating there. Air support called in. Not entirely sure where it's called in though. Oh, against the Panzers up the flank, but they strafer called in, I think a bit too prematurely. And it missed the Panzerjägers. T-45 on the 17 back up in the field against the Panzer IV here. Betsy 2 gain. Field gun on the other T-45. Northern victory point system of Vasa. And there you go, that's another Ace Panzer IV out there for Aimstrong and the Großdeutschland Panzerdivision. Panzerdivision. Panzerjägers up in the T-45 there, causing heavy damage. Maximum crew annihilated. T-45 there hanging back. Panzerjägers continuing onwards here. Troops reinforcing, need to get back in the fight there. I think overall Vasa needs to do is try and look again for the weaker spots at Aimstrong, and rather than just trying to attack in where it's already there. For example, in this regard, you should probably just focus on the northern side and then maybe try to flank through here instead. Instead of just trying to go through here when Aimstrong is sort of beginning to weight most of his forces in deployment there. So, in terms of population, they've roughly got the sort of same size of force, but of course, Aimstrong's got a lot more anti-tank and of course tanks, whereas Vasa's got, well, a lot of anti-infantry. Of course, also a lot of tanks, but again, Aimstrong has a bit more anti-tank weapons, as you can sort of theoretically deal with the tanks. And of course, it's going to come down to how they sort of use their forces. I mean, if Vasa insists on constantly attacking Aimstrong head-on instead of trying to outmaneuver him, that could end up very favourably for Aimstrong. And particularly, he also, of course, has the field gun. I mean, he needs to sort of try and catch Aimstrong off guard to destroy units here and there. And I said it's Aimstrong doing exactly that, trying to find whatever isolated units Vasa has and destroying. There you go, 48 kills in that Ace. 48 kills. 50 kills. Got the T-55s, including the Ace here, going for the Ace Panzer IV. Shot fire, penetrated. Panzer IV misses on the other hand. Panzer IV the flank up behind the T-45. Other Panzer IV going for it, blitzing in. Vasa is trying to navigate himself out of this situation with his tanks taking heavy damage. Here's now the Panzerjägers joining in, of course, thanks to combined arms, taking more to keep pace with the Panzer force. Other T-55 moving in, but there's no infantry support for the tanks, so at least it's delayed. T-55 getting met with a storm of rockets. I get a swarm of angry explosive bees. Ace Panzer IV that takes out the T-45 there, but it gets a damaged engine. Could he ends up losing another Ace? Grenades are plenty in the conscripts. 2 bomb grenades wiping out all of the conscripts. A pile of mangled bodies is all that is left. Holy smokes. The crawling dead. Another Panzer IV there for Aimstrong, but that was very much a backbreaker moment. Double bomb grenades. Vasa apparently not seeing it, that something went wrong there. Either way, they lost 2 conscript squads to that. Plus he's lost a tank. Meanwhile, Aimstrong still has a large force with plenty of tanks, and now machine gun bunkers are being added. Vasa's chance of winning this just became much, much smaller. I can't rule out he could still win this. I mean, a good play for Vasa, a big mistake by Aimstrong could still turn things around, but the odds certainly are not with him now. Field gun on the way there for Vasa. Panzer IV, the close to 2. Ace Panzer being fixed up. 53 kills. Panzer IV, they're almost done. Machine gun bunker there ready. 175 is 189. Fixing up the T-3045 there, almost good to go. And there's of course now the Ace to be taken care of. 19 kills. Laying down mines to sort of absorb any assaults. Since this is also starting to tell you how Aimstrong is sort of predicting Vasa's attacks. He's expecting more head-on assaults. He's just expecting Vasa to just try and use brute force to win through. Not also the way he's hiding the Panzerjägers behind the ruins here. So again, it becomes easier for him to just get them close to the T-45. So again, he's expecting how Vasa's going to attack, and he's doing a pretty good job of it now. So again, it highlights that Vasa now has become very predictable. Panzer IV again ready too, and that because just makes the job even easier for Aimstrong. So that was definitely not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. T-35, they're heading northwards. Smart trying to outmaneuver, I guess, Aimstrong somehow. At this point with the small force he has, this is going to be a lot harder. It's going to require some really clever maneuvering. Probably should have acquired sneaking up troops ahead of time just to lay down mines in the expected path of Aimstrong's counterattack, but of course he hasn't done that, so it becomes very easy with Aimstrong to just push in the Panzer Force and just lay down a withering storm of fire against all of our infantry. There was actually a mine that went off. That's rubbish there for Vasa. Contra almost got utterly annihilated. 56 kills, 3 and 12. Ace T-35 trying to escape here. Aimstrong's armoured fist of the fatherland. T-35 taking quite a bit of damage. Got a field and current the flank here. Good hit in the flank there, but the hand, of course, the realistic position of the Panzer IV, which can then allow Aimstrong to flank it and deal with it. There we go, good hit. One gunner down, 57 kills. Second shot misses, but the field gun cruiser down to half health and might be able to finish it off somehow. Maybe not. And Vasa is going for initiative 5. Probably could have done with that a lot sooner, but that's that. Or a bunch of veteran 6s probably could also work, I think. .59 kills, rifle grenades off, the field gun wiped. 61 kills. Someone's definitely earning themselves a Knight's Cross for that one. H5 almost done there for Vasa. But will it be enough to turn the tide? Now German field commanders say no. And the 10th one stinks of vodka. Anyways, T-5 being pushed back. Mentioned one game on the Panzer IV. S-man going off there. Oh no! Further casualties, further harm there to Vasa's counter there being slaughtered like sheep. Or whatever gets easily slaughtered you might prefer instead. Italian troops perhaps. In North Africa. Field gun now being demolished. Specifically its crew. Almost got the Ace Panzer IV, the 65 kills, 15, 7. Field gun destroyed. 40 points left. Machine gun covering the southern point. Then just come the northern point. But nothing really come the center point. There's a field gun, I guess. 31. H5 there getting hit with a lot of rockets. 25. Has he even tried taking out? Yep, he might have been planning it. Oh no, he got the ace. He got the ace. Oh, what a shame. There's another ace left dead in the dirt. I don't think at this point it's going to matter much. 10. 7. 4. No smoke screen even. Yeah. 1 and... GG, game over. A loss there for Vasa, a victory for Germany, a victory for Aimstrong, a victory for strategic reserves, certainly showing what the doctrine can do, in particular with those Panzer IVs well handled, as you notice. They can lay down some pretty serious firepower. And of course, backed up with Patrick, can sort of handle a large variety of forces there. Vasa, I think, at certain times handled himself quite well, particularly the early mid-game, but as the game went longer, there were these, I think, increasing issues sort of cropping up then Vasa's gameplay. And I feel like he probably should have considered sneaking initiative 5 ships and 6s, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. And a big thanks to Jeremy for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. Big thanks to you, Jeremy. You're part of my company heroes. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.